This is Stefan for Raw Exchange. I'm gonna show you, because it's Halloween very soon, I'm gonna show you how to create scary image effects within minutes, and I'm gonna show you what you can do with the flash from our Halloween package. So if you skipped your breakfast, or if you generally have a problem with blood in videos, even if it's fake blood, which it is, you probably should skip this video and jump right to the next one. So what I have here is this clown image. So we did this a few years ago for Halloween, and we had some makeup and stuff, and this is pretty awesome. And well, I extended here this little hole and created some nice effects, things you cannot do with makeup. Well, you actually can do this, but it will hurt, and you will have some problems with makeup removal tools. They don't work if you do these cutouts in real life. Whatever, I'm gonna delete the whole group here, and so you can see how this image looks like. So there is some latex going on, so it's actually a quite solid thing. So we don't have to do a lot of stuff here, but I will do some stuff at least. So the first thing is I'm gonna create a hole here in this area. So in this area I don't need this flash here. So I'm gonna use a clone stamp tool, and I'm just cloning this away. So I try to keep this little edge here, because this edge is important somehow. And I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna remove that. So will take a few minutes or seconds, depends on how bad I mess up with this tool. So I pick an area and I just paint over this. Of course, I'm painting on a new layer. So yeah, this is good enough. So okay, so now I have to extend the teeth, and for this job I also picked the clone stamp tool, and I'm just cloning in little bits here this teeth. So I have bigger teeth. Well, not I have bigger teeth, but the clown has bigger teeth. And this one, gonna fill this gap here. And well, I'm finished very soon, I promise. It'll only take seconds. So, and this. So, it doesn't need to be perfect. I can always come back and fix it if there is, if I need to fix it. So I can, for example, just use an empty layer, put it to soft light, and then I take a brush. Use this in very low flow, like 2%, and then I paint with black to make the things darker. So this is basically dodging and burning, but instead of using a gray layer, I can also use an empty layer. Most people don't know about this fact, so can also use a blank layer and paint on this to make things darker. And because of my low flow, I can really create a nice shape here. So I messed up some of the texture here, but I don't think it will be a problem. So I think this is good enough. So let's jump into the Halloween package. The Halloween package is something special. We don't have the Halloween package actually. So this is only available this week. And there are some really nice textures. For example, this one is very nice, or this one is even better. So I grab this and I just paste it over the image and I lower the opacity. So I can then look for a part that's kind of good, make it a little bit smaller. So, and then I can just put it where I need it, like here. It's a good spot for this. Turn it a little bit. So I'm aligning this edge here to the edge of the flash, and then I have this piece. So now I'm gonna show you a trick, a little trick. I create a white mask and take a black brush and paint everything in, everything I need or everything I want. So like this. And then I invert the mask, and so I have a rough selection. I can use some fancy selection tools inside of Photoshop, but actually I don't want them, not today. So okay, so let's bring it back. Opacity 100%, flow 100%, and then I'm painting around this edge here. So let's paint here. I don't need to be super precise because this is the resolution is so high here. So when I rescale it, no one will see this as long as there is no bright edge. I really need to make sure there is no edge visible. I'm trying to keep the natural flow of the flash. So, and this way I can just paint around this. Perfect. Good. So this and this, and I zoom a little bit in and gonna paint again. So give me one more second, then I'm done. So this process is non-destructive. So if you mess up something, so if you paint in here, you can always come back with a white brush and put it back. So, and here we go, a little bigger and faster and better. So it'll only take seconds, I promise. I promised a few minutes ago that it only will take a few seconds, right? So okay. I am using a tablet here, so I can paint really fast, and I also have the size of my brush size on the keyboard, so I can change this while I'm painting, and this is very, very good. And I use a very soft brush, so if I want to have a sharp edge here somewhere, then I just I just zoom in, and this is actually pretty clever. So, and this one needs to be a hole, and this is done like this. I'm not painting super precise here. It's just for the sake of the tutorial, so I can show you how you can do it. I think you can make a way better job than I do, but you might see the process and the package and the quality of the package of the flash. So then we have this here, this line, and I just use a very soft black brush and I fade this in. See? Looking quite good. And what I do now, I create a layers channel, a layers adjustment layer, and I clip it to this flash layer, and I make it a little bit darker and bring back some highlights. So I actually want to have the same look on this as I have on the makeup. So I think this is quite good. Have the same contrast, the same blacks, same highlights, and well, I think it's quite fitting quite nicely here. Okay. So what else can I do? So now I have this hole here, which you cannot do with makeup, and you have your real flash, and it's looking nasty, really nasty. So I found one thing that was really awesome, and this was, I think it was in this one, yeah, this part here. I think this looks absolutely phenomenal, and I really want to have this in the image. So gonna take this, put it to Photoshop and turn it. Where is it? Here it is. All right, and make it a little bit transparent, and I place it here to the exact position. It's around, the exact position is around here. Nice. And then I do the same thing. So go back to 100%, a mask, invert the mask. No, not invert the mask. I'm just painting in with a black brush on the white mask the parts I want to keep. So it's basically this. And then I invert the mask. So now I have this, and just use the pencil again, the brush again, and I'm removing all the whites and all the stuff I don't need. Like this. So nasty. So I need to make sure there is no white line around this, and I need to make sure that I don't paint too much in this, I don't even know how this is called, but you make sure that you don't paint in there, because you will get a very blurry result if you paint in, or you will get strange looking edge. So like this, and this, and this. So I'm not sure if I can keep this, but now I'm zoomed in, and so I can just do it. Good. And the next thing I'm doing is I'm zooming out, and look what I really need from this. There are little things. So okay. Some white. So I really want to keep this line here. And so I think I cannot use this one. So I delete this by painting over the mask. I don't need this stuff here, and I really want to use this here. So, and I can just duplicate the layer here and put it on top of this, and also do alt click between these two, so I get the same color. Clean it up a little bit. So, but this is a little bit too bright. Might take the highlights a little bit back, and like that. Yeah, nasty. Yeah, it's awesome. I like this very much. So, and this way you can create very rich textures, and you can do a lot of stuff, and actually you can go quite crazy with this package, because there is a lot of meat, and well, you can use that for all kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah, just overlay it and look what happens. This is quite nice. So here is a corner. This is a little bit bad. I need to zoom really in, and gonna remove some here. So, all right, it's done. We have a nice hole in the face, and I hope you had some fun. And this was Stefan for Raw Exchange.